This is the kind of juice we've been talking about with Notre Dame on the recruiting trail that they could have available to them now that Marcus Freeman has got the boys buzzing coming off of last year's national title game appearance. We'll talk about it right now. Before we do that, though, Notre Dame fans, y'all been good to us, man. We appreciate you. If you haven't yet subscribed, now is the time. If you want more Notre Dame content, the best way to let us know that is by subscribing. So you subscribe, it tells us you want more Notre Dame content, so we get it to you. Supply and demand, it's a beautiful thing. That's how this whole thing goes. But Notre Dame made some noise this past week on the recruiting trail, getting a couple big gets. They landed Kari Adams, top 100 player in the secondary, but a massive get that got the people going. In addition to him was Joey OBrien, 6'4", 180 pounds, another one, a top 100 player. They beat out the likes of Oregon and Penn State for his services. This is one of those gets that when I was getting ready for this segment, you're reading just the different scouting reports on what Joey OBrien brings to the table for the Irish. And you got Tim Hyde from Blue and Gold saying athletically a top-tier SEC caliber player. You got national scout for On 3, Coder Belair, saying he's some of the best ball skills of any player in the country right now in high school football. He could also play some both ways is what Joey O'Brien's talking about post-commitment for Notre Dame. Could have some packages baked in there for what he's going to be. 33-inch arms. Like, dude's rangy, dude's athletic, he's explosive, football player. This is one of those gets, a little bit provocative, right? Gets the people going. This is one of those gets that as a Notre Dame fan, I don't know that you've had players the caliber of a Joey O'Brien routinely committing to and sticking with and ending up going to Notre Dame. And I think a lot of this has to do with a couple of different factors. First, give Mike Mickens his gosh darn flowers, bro. If he's not the best defensive back coach in America as a coach and a recruiter combined, then I don't know who that would be. Get you somebody who can do both is what I would say right there. Because Mike Mickens, not only is he landing on Joey O'Brien and a Kari Adams, he also last season coached one of the best secondaries in college football, and they were pretty much playing man coverage across the board a lot of the time. I know they were exotic, mix it up, but a lot of man coverage. You know how good of a defensive back coach you have to be able to coach that up and have that be your game plan week in and week out and to be one of the best secondaries in America? Mike Mickens, program guy through and through. Second point, though, it feels a lot to me like Notre Dame is riding the wave of what last year was, which I said at the intro. And we told you post-Georgia, when they beat the Dogs in the college football playoff, hey, this is one of those wins now that's going to send shockwaves across the college football landscape. You'll see Notre Dame now have more juice on the recruiting trail. Right now in 2026, Notre Dame, at the time of us recording this, sitting there with a top 5 recruiting class. Okay, so that's starting to happen right now. But what I would say is, I'm going to show my Californian a little bit here. The first wave is nice when you ride it in, and it does some damage if you fall off the board, but when you're surfing, that is. But the real damage comes from that second wave that crashes after you've already fallen off and you're in the white water, whatever, you're in the sea foam. When that second wave hits, though, that's when things get a little bit more turbulent. That's when things really get cooking. There's momentum, you get pushed into shore. That's what I think Notre Dame has teed up right now in 2025 on the field. Because last year was great. The first wave, you beat Penn State, which I don't think that was nothing when it came to landing Joey O'Brien on the recruiting trail. Advanced further than Oregon in the college football playoff. Again, another team Notre Dame beat out on the recruiting trail. But if they go have success again at that level in 2025, at that point in time, again, I think you keep running out of reasons as to why Notre Dame isn't a top-tier option in the world of college football recruiting. Now, the academic standards are one thing, but I think there's been a lot of discussion around Notre Dame and how they started the recruiting trail and, JD, we're used to them having a good summer and a good spring or whatever, but we get into the season and they kind of fall off the wagon a little bit, right? Kids decommit, this, that, and the other. I think Notre Dame's at a spot right now under Marcus Freeman where they're not just a fun idea. You know what I'm saying? I think Notre Dame's a fun idea when it comes to committing to them in the summer, and you got Touchdown Jesus, and you take a visit out to South Bend, and the weather's good and all that, but Notre Dame now isn't just a fun idea when it comes to, I think, the minds of recruits. And I think Joey O'Brien and his commitment ultimately should prove some of that. And where Notre Dame is right now on the recruiting trail should prove some of that. And they have the proof in the pudding and what they did on the field last season, which we mentioned now multiple times. So can they sustain on the recruiting trail? Obviously remains to be seen, but I feel a lot more confidence if I'm a Notre Dame fan today because of what last season was and because of what this upcoming season could be for you with what you have on that roster and how you could ultimately finish with another good season in 2025 for the Irish. So massive get. Joey O'Brien Headed to South Bend, again, a guy that's going to play a number of different positions potentially for you with what he could be in the secondary. Sounds like he's going to have some opportunity to play on offense as well with his skill set, the ball skills, the range. Again, 6'4", 180. Irish fans, this is a different kind of get than maybe you've had in the past, and it'll be a different kind of player to get on campus for Notre Dame. Make sure you subscribe. Caden Smith on the ones and the twos, myself, Judy Piquel. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.